And it touching on that, it's so hard to explain to many people, if not most, the value on our time where, and I don't know why I thought of it this way when I was 18. I thought this was a normal way to think, but apparently not many people think this way. But time is so valuable. And I remember thinking to myself, just by savings, because at that time I only knew how to save. But
Right.
I thought to myself, well, imagine if I had several $100,000 saved, which seemed possible, then I can live off of that and just, I won't have to work. I can live my life and I would have time to myself. Now, understanding there's a difference between having cash and cash flow, where cash flow is continuous and can continue to provide you time. Now, with that though, it's so difficult to explain to people, as you were saying, when do you enjoy your money? Every single day, because I enjoy seeing my money grow for me and knowing that at any moment I can just choose to use my investments to pay for the things around me instead of having to trade my time to buy those
Wait,
things.
I could take it one step better than that. Just you can enjoy the money. How about just the simple fact of I can wake up every day knowing if one catastrophic thing happened in my life, I won't go bankrupt. I mean, how many times have you seen somebody working and then tire go flat? Next thing you know, it's like, oh God, the world's over. Or repair happens on a car and they gotta call everybody in the family to compile money just to get the car fixed.
Yeah.
But and for me, of course, being in the real estate game and things like that, stuff happens all the time. I mean, I done put about 6 or 7 roofs on house. I done had rental properties burned down. But it's nothing that I gotta say, oh well, now I gotta go call family and friends to help me pay for it. And that's the thing that people don't understand. Just that peace of mind to know, first off, before I say that last part, one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Something bad is going to happen. No matter
Right.
what. Something bad is going to happen. Something bad financially is going to happen where you gotta fork over a nice chunk of change to get it repaired, fixed, or alleviated from your life. But the thing is why sit there and live a life where I am one even micro disaster away from being in a poorhouse or being underwater or maxing out my credit cards or anything like that, to just living a comfortable life where you don't have to wake up, with the sweats wondering, oh, how I'm gonna make it to the end, how I'm gonna make ends meet, or what I'm gonna do. I used to watch a show back in the day, probably before your time, called Good Times. I
Yep.
never wanted to be, I don't ever want to be like them. I don't ever want to be like the family. The Jeffersons, I love the show, but I don't want to be like Father Jefferson sitting there trying to figure out how to, hustle that pool to pay the rent or pay the light bill and things like that. I've been in that situation where I had to go, try to gamble to come up with the rent. That situation is way over with for me, and I don't want to have to relive that ever again. And so one of my real fears is that lifestyle that I had to live. That paycheck to paycheck, slow grind just demoralize you. I'm so scared to go back there that I try to put a cushion between me and that level so far that if something happens, it won't, come back to bite me.